Hi guys, today's lesson is on grammar, and if you remember my last video, we talked about although, though, even though. In today's video, we're going to talk about in spite of and despite. The words in spite of and despite have a similar meaning to although and even though. They express a contrast between two things. They are both more common in writing than in speaking. And the word despite is a little more formal than in spite of. We're going to review some examples to understand how we use in spite of and despite in a sentence.
He got the promotion in spite of his poor performance. Here, I am connecting two contrasting ideas, getting the promotion and his poor performance. I enjoyed my vacation in spite of the rain. What are the two opposite ideas in this sentence? Enjoying my vacation and the rain. Let's talk about the sentence structure now. In both the sentences, you can see that we are using a noun after in spite of. In the first sentence, the noun is performance. In the second sentence, the noun is rain. So the rule is we use a noun after in spite of. She's active in spite of her age. Or I can also say she is active in spite of being 85. And that's our second rule. We can also use the ing form of the verb with in spite of. Remember, you always use a noun or an ing form of the verb after in spite of. Now, let's talk about despite. We use despite in the same way as in spite of. You can see in these examples that I'm using a noun or an ing form of the verb after despite. But remember, we do not use of with despite. So I can't say I enjoyed my vacation despite of the rain. I will say I enjoyed my vacation despite the rain.
Now it's time to review despite the fact and in spite of the fact.
In these examples, you can see that I'm using in spite of the fact that and despite the fact that. You can also see that I'm using a subject and a verb after these phrases. And that's our rule. So when we use in spite of the fact that or despite the fact that, we need to use a subject and a verb. We can't use a noun or the ing form of a verb with these phrases. Remember, after in spite of or despite, we use a noun or a verb in the ing form. And after in spite of the fact that or despite the fact that, we need to use a subject and a verb.
So that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to write in the comment section and I'll see you guys again. Take care.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.